I have gone through a lot in my past. I have been going through loneliness, fighting and working around the house with my 9 siblings, and I haven't had very many friends. About 2 years ago, I really wanted to draw a lot better than I did, and I heard about the anime club at my high school that I went to. When I went to one of their meetings for the first time, they were drawing, chatting, laughing, and reading manga. I noticed that the manga was pretty much filled with pictures, and I later went to the library to pick out an anime to read and look at the art so I could try to draw better by looking at them. That was when I found a manga called Hikaru no Go, and when I first began playing Go, a board game that has been played for many hundreds of years. Hikaru no Go is about a 6th grader who finds an old Go board with a spirit of someone in the past inside of it. The spirit, whose name was Sai, traveled with Hikaru, trying, and succeeded, to get Hikaru to play Go for him. Eventually, Hikaru began taking an interest in Go and becomes very good at it later on. I believe Go can help everyone in their lives and to help make more friends, like it has for me. And I want to encourage as many people as I can to try playing Go. After I continued reading this manga, Hikaru no Go, I looked around the internet for some ways to learn more about this game because it was so interesting to me and I wanted to learn more about it. I eventually found some sites that taught the basic rules to the game, some other locations of where I could play against other players over some servers, online, and other information. I looked through the rules, began looking at KGS, a computer server, to play with other players and continued playing for about 2 months before I began hanging around my newfound friends from the anime club. About 9 months later, I began to remember about Go because I didn't really have anything to do, and because I've been having harsh times with my life and began playing it. That was when I began making friends on KGS and continued playing Go since then. About 4 months ago, I heard of 2 Taiwanese kids that knew how to play Go, and I played them as well. I got both of them to resign, which means to give up, while my brother had some difficulty winning against one of them and lost to the other. It was a great experience playing them. In February, 3 months ago, I finally got the opportunity to go to a Go club. I played 1 game and I won. My brother that came with me lost the 1 game that he did, and a friend of mine that came with me that I've been teaching Go to watched our games until she began teaching others how to play Go. 2 months ago in March, I had participated in a Go tournament that took place on KGS, although I lost all but 1 of my games. What I liked about it was that I won the raffle, and I received all 23 volumes of Hikaru no Go. In the tournament I did before this, sometime last year, I had won 4 different anime videos in a raffle that I won, and I won the tournament with my team, and I got to pick a prize, and I chose to get a magnetic Go board. These were the main things that happened throughout my life of Go. I have made many great friends, played a lot of people, have had lots of fun, and I have felt so much better. But not everyone learns about Go the same way I did, or feels the same exact way about Go as I do. One of my friends on KGS has told me that he had learned about Go after finding Hikaru no Go on Netflix in his late 30s, and had found it quite interesting. He found it was a good mental challenge and had unlimited potential, and so he continued learning and playing Go, even receiving lessons from a 12-year-old who was a 2-dan over KGS. The way I was told of how the ranking works is that the lowest rank is 50 Kyu when one begins to learn how to play Go. As you play games and learn, you progress up to 1 Kyu, where the next rank is 1 Dan, the amateur pro level, and goes upward from there. Another friend on KGS began playing Go after playing chess for some time, because she wanted to find something harder to play. Research was done, and she tried it out for a week until the computer broke down. She didn't play for a while until one of her friends talked about making a Go club. After a little bit, she began playing, and then later heard about Hikaru no Go, and that everyone has been reading or watching it, and began reading and watching it too. There was another that also learned about Go after looking for more strategy games other than chess. After playing chess for some time with his brother, they were obsessed about finding Go and continued to play Go. A few other friends on KGS have told me they learned about Go when they worked on projects about Japan with friends, or they went to someone's house who had a Go board in their house, and many other ways. A 5-dan ranked player, who I really admire, also learned about Go after his friend told him he had found a Go board he wanted everyone to try. One friend on KGS learned from his dad, who had seen it in a newspaper 2 years ago. It took a little bit of time for him to get into it, though, after going into a Go class that his father knew about. He told me that it is a fascinating thought that the idea that one single move, among more than 300 in a single turn, could win or lose you the game, and that there are more possible Go games than particles in the universe. Another first learned when he was 16, about 26 years ago, from someone who knew about the game. Fascinated by the game, he played and eventually beat the one that taught him, and continued to play him until he moved away after giving him his Go board, saying he could get another one. He tried teaching friends that he had, but most of them didn't get very into it. He heard and tried to going to a Go club at a university, but when he got there, they stared at him like an unwelcome intruder. No one offered help or support to him, and had left Go for 17 years. After that time, he met an elderly woman that knew how to play, and had fun playing each other, and eventually talked about going to a university Go club, the same one as before, but people were more welcoming at this point. He also noted, "On my watch, no young player will ever be turned away like that." He is currently the Vice President of the American Go Foundation and the Youth Coordinator for the American Go Association. Everyone I mentioned have valuable experiences. I played Go and it has helped me find new friends and has helped me through school and gain many great and fun experiences that I learned from. Many see it as something with unlimited potential, or the thought of a single move changing the possible outcome of the game. Many play it because they want something harder to play, or since it is a challenging strategy game. Many play it because friends talk to them about it, or family talk to them about it. Most of all, what helps us continue to play Go is the encouragement and entertainment that we all have. These friends all met new friends and continue to play Go and have a great time playing. The objective of this game is to surround more points than your opponent. Like in this example that I have right here, black would win by 1 point. So if we were to just count this up really quick, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. White would have 30. And then if you were to count black, 30, 31. So black would have won by 1 in this game, in this example. So that's the objective. For the rules, they aren't very hard to understand. So there's the first thing to talk about is liberties. Liberties are the amount of paths that a stone has open. So like this stone has 4 liberties. It has here, 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 and here. Those 4 spaces. Because these are not liberties. This stone is not connected to this spot at all, or here, or there. So those are liberties for that stone. If you were to add these black stones here, white would have 1 liberty because white has only one way of escaping. Otherwise, because if white has no liberties whatsoever, then that stone is captured. So, it is important to have liberties. If you took a white stone and connected it, then that would be 6 liberties. 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the side.